What's going on, guys? It is me, the Lone Vault Wanderer, and I'm here with video 2 of 2 with regards to Fallout 4. This is another news article, another rumor that's going around, and if you want to have a look at this, I've put a link in the description below so you can check it out. This particular blog post is from the cutanddry.blogspot.co.uk, and somebody is going out and saying, I have all of this, confirmed and legitimate news from a highly valid source. And they're saying there's a bunch of things that are going to be released by Microsoft at their E3 conference this year. Now, they're talking about Rise 2, they're talking about Forza Horizon 2, but the interesting thing is, and I'm going to scroll down the page here so I can have a look for myself, but they're saying that there are 4 multi-platform titles which are going to be talked about at the Microsoft E3 conference, and these are as follows: The Division, which is Xbox One's leading platform; Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, which obviously we've seen is coming out; a random EA game, I don't know why it hasn't been specified; and then Fallout 4. They're saying that one of the multi-platform games which are going to be talked about at the Microsoft E3 conference this year is Fallout 4. Now, there's a lot of arguments going either way as to the validity of this particular blogspot. Usually around this time of the year, a lot of things do come out because E3 is just around the corner. You have people talking, people inside the gaming industry talking to reporters quietly, talking to their colleagues. Sometimes things leak out. Usually though, things don't leak out on a grander scale like this. It's happened in the past, don't get me wrong. But you're pretty much saying here that whoever this is, he's saying that it comes from the highest source and contains near full details of Microsoft's E3 2014 conference. Now, there's a couple of scenarios that went down here, probably. Either this person has gotten a confidential document which has contained Microsoft's schedule, which is if that's the case, then I don't know why this random EA game hasn't been specified. If they had got this document, surely that random EA game would have been specified and we would know what it is. But that hasn't been the case. Or one person inside Microsoft has just told this particular guy who posted this blog saying, yeah, here's what we got. But to be honest, who would do that? If you're inside Microsoft, you want to keep things shut. Not only are you contractually bound not to release and leak confidential information, because it takes away from the surprise from the E3 conference, and Microsoft is betting on things like that, but the fact is that you're risking your job here. So whoever has done this, either they're very bold or this is full of shit. I can't say either way. There are arguments for and against. You can make your arguments and your claims down below in the comment section. But combine this with my previous video about Fallout 4 playtesters and how Bethesda is getting playtesters in the Dallas and Fort Worth area. There could be some legitimacy to this. I cannot say with any certain confirmation or legitimacy, but I don't know, guys. I really don't know. If we come around to E3 and all of this information is correct, then shoot me now and say, I was wrong. I just don't see this as being correct. I mean, first of all, I don't know why Bethesda would go to a Microsoft conference to release their game. It seems kind of shafting on PlayStation and Sony. I've never known of Bethesda to be really console friendly. They usually have always done multi-platform games. They're usually very chummy with both Sony and both Microsoft. They never have really done, I do believe with Fallout 3 there were some exclusives with Microsoft specifically, but the fact is I wasn't playing Fallout 3 in the early stages. I think I got it like a year after the game was actually released. In fact, when the Game of the Year edition was out already. So I wasn't there at the time. So maybe, I believe to my knowledge, Bethesda did have some exclusivity deals with Microsoft in terms of releasing content early, and if that's the case, maybe this is why Bethesda is going to Microsoft and saying, we want to release this on your console. Because, do you remember, I don't know if many of you do remember, but I had a past video which talked about how Fallout 4 could be an Xbox One exclusive. Now, if that is true, now I'm not saying that it's true, that video got a lot of dislikes and it was very early on in my Fallout 4 news article days, but if that's true, there could be some legitimacy to this, because if they're releasing this on a Microsoft conference, maybe they are shafting Sony, maybe they are saying Fallout 4 is not going to come with the PS4. But the counter argument to that is that this particular blogspot says, or this blog post, it says that it's a multi-platform game. that Fallout 4 is going to be released on all platforms. Probably not the Wii U. Sorry, Nintendo fans, but that's probably not going to happen. But look, there's so much conjecture, there's so many rumors and leaks going around, and there's arguments back and forth. I could go on all day and talking about them, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on this news article and everything that's come out recently. I'm sure there's going to be more news coming out, and fingers crossed, guys, at E3, there's going to be Fallout 4. If you want to get my honest opinion on it, no, I don't believe Fallout 4 is going to be revealed or anything at E3, because firstly, there is no precedent about it. Bethesda, I don't think they've released anything huge at E3. I believe they've done it at some PAXs or things like that, but I've never known Bethesda to release big news at E3. And I don't know, I would just get the sense that if Bethesda wanted to release Fallout 4, they would want to do it with their own presentation. As a, like, oh, I don't know, to be honest, I don't know. I mean, it's a smart business decision move in terms of releasing this particular piece of news at the Microsoft conference, because you know, Bethesda knows, everyone in the gaming industry knows that when you look at E3, the Sony conference and the Microsoft conference are the two biggest things to come out of that event. It's the two biggest things which are streamed from that event, and everyone talks about that, not so much as to what else is revealed during their event. Obviously, there might be some other, you know, important news revealed at developer conferences or developer presentations themselves, but the main crux of E3 are those two conferences. Back in the day when Nintendo did those conferences, it was those three, but it is Nintendo out of the water now. Sony and Microsoft has those two conferences. They released a huge amount of information. Remember last year it was about the PS4 and Xbox One. Both need to deliver now, and who knows, maybe Microsoft has just gone through hell and high water to get that Fallout 4 release on its conference, because everybody is going to be talking about the Microsoft conference. So who knows, guys, I'm blabbing on a little bit now, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This has been the Lone Vault Wanderer. Please take care of yourself.